Hello, and welcome back to Study English with me on English Mastery Hub. As you know by now, my name is Karen, and our slogan for this year is by Walt Disney, who said, "All of our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them." So that is what I am hoping to instill in you this year. Pursue your dreams. First of all, in today, I want to remind you of our glossary, which is found under the control panel. And if you scroll down to my glossary and you open it, you will find a graph, which is your daily vocabulary tracker that categorizes the words into just learnt, confident, and in daily use. And I would really encourage you to make use of this tool in expanding your vocabulary in English. Anytime you read, just click on a word and add the new word into your glossary here and set yourself reminders. I added usurp today, and it will send you reminders via email, and it will plot your progress here. And this will really help you improve your vocabulary. For today, let us look at the blog, and the blogs are found on the very right-hand side of our home page. And the blog that we are looking at today is "Why Can't You Ever Finish What You Start?" The missing piece: discipline and motivation. So in pursuing your dreams, often people lack discipline and motivation. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. I would encourage you to watch this video to the very end and to then put into practice the tips that I give you during this blog. Please follow along as I read, shadow, mouth the words as I speak, which will help you with your pronunciation in English. Shall we get going? It is a C1 to C2 level article, so you might find that you have to read it more than once or listen to the audio, and this will help you understand it. Why can't you ever finish what you start? For some of you, this may be something that your mother or father says to you. Why can't you ever finish what you start? And the missing piece: discipline and motivation. Go over the commonly used words from the article, and if you don't know them, add them to your glossary. And then with phrasal verb, to fall behind, and the idiom, to lose steam. Why can't you ever finish what you start? The missing piece: discipline and motivation. Many people enthusiastically begin new projects, courses, or personal goals. Well, you don't begin personal goals, but you set personal goals, only to abandon them halfway through. At first, motivation feels limitless. Ideas flow, energy is high, and success seems inevitable. Yet, weeks later, the excitement fades, and the unfinished task quietly joins a growing list of abandoned ambitions. The problem is rarely a lack of talent or intelligence. More often, it lies in a misunderstood relationship between motivation and discipline. Motivation is emotional. It is sparked by inspiration, novelty, or a powerful desire to change. However, emotions are unstable by nature. They fluctuate depending on mood, stress levels, or external circumstances. When motivation dips, as it inevitably does, many people begin to lose steam. They assume the initial drive should carry them through, and when it does not, they interpret this as personal failure rather than a predictable psychological pattern. Discipline, by contrast, is structural. It is the ability to continue acting even when motivation disappears. While motivation asks, "Do I feel like doing this?" discipline states, "This is what I do regardless." Successful people are not endlessly motivated. They are consistently disciplined. They create systems, routines, and boundaries that reduce the need for constant emotional energy. In this sense, discipline is not about harsh self-control, but about intelligent self-management. Another overlooked factor is identity. Many people treat goals as temporary experiments rather than expressions of who they are. If you see yourself as someone trying to write a book instead of a writer, quitting feels harmless. Identity-based goals, however, create psychological commitment. Behavior aligned with identity feels non-negotiable. When discipline is absent, people gradually fall behind on their commitments, even when their intentions are strong. Perfectionism also plays a quiet but destructive role. When progress does not match unrealistic expectations, frustration sets in. Rather than tolerating imperfect output, people delay, procrastinate, or abandon the task entirely. Discipline allows for flawed progress. It values consistency over intensity and understands that mastery emerges through repetition, not bursts of brilliance. Finally, finishing what you start requires redefining success. Completion is not about achieving perfection, but about reaching closure. Each finished task builds psychological trust in yourself. This trust compounds, making future commitments easier to sustain. Over time, discipline transforms motivation from a fragile spark into a reliable flame. If you struggle to finish what you start, do not wait for motivation to return. Build discipline through small, repeatable actions. Design environments that support focus. Anchor goals to identity. Most importantly, accept discomfort as part of progress. The missing piece has never been motivation alone. It has always been discipline working quietly in the background. What a wonderful article. Read it again, listen to the audio, and take notes. The grammar notes that we're looking at, this article uses complex sentence structures, contrasting connecting words such as by contrast or however, and abstract noun phrases typical of C2 level writing. Contrast and concession, however, introduces opposing ideas and by contrast highlights this difference between two ideas. For example, motivation is emotional, discipline is structural. So you are contrasting the two. And this structure allows writers to present nuanced arguments, and balanced analysis. What do we mean by nuanced? Nuanced means possessing multiple layers of detail, pattern, or meaning. So let's add that to our glossary and it makes your writing more interesting. Remember, if your home language is Spanish, Italian, German, Turkish, you can translate the explanation into your home language and make it that much easier to understand. There are, of course, free grammar courses that you can practice on our website and improve your grammar. So I wanted to show you on our website courses page, we spoke here that we had, let me find it for you, to fall behind. So to fall behind is actually a phrasal verb and it means to fail to make progress. Think if you're running a race and you fall behind, you do not progress at the expected rate, so you fall behind the other people. This is a phrasal verb and it is a verb that goes together with another word, either an article, a preposition. These are what phrasal verbs are. And if you want to know more about phrasal verbs, go to our courses page. And on our courses page, you will find the English phrasal verbs, a complete guide to English phrasal verbs. You cannot learn these all in one sitting. So register on our website, click on Start Learning, and take a bite-sized portion of phrasal verbs and memorize them. You see here there are 137 pages of phrasal verbs. But as I say, take it page by page, maybe do 10 a day, and you will become familiar with them and they can become part of your everyday language. Going back to our blog to answer the questions, we have 5 questions here that we're going to look at. Why is motivation considered unreliable over long periods of time? So first of all, we find a keyword. Our keyword here is motivation. Go back to the article and find where they're talking about motivation. And there we see motivation is emotional. So it's not reliable over a period of time because we all know that our emotions fluctuate and therefore our motivation will also go up and down. Right, next question. How does discipline differ from emotion? So here the keyword discipline. Go to our article and our next paragraph says discipline is structural. It maintains a continuing even when motivation disappears. So if you are disciplined, you do something even when you don't feel like doing it. Third question. In what way does identity influence commitment to goals? So here we have our identity. Going back to the article, another overlooked factor is identity. Many people treat goals as temporary experiments rather than an expression of who they are. So think of what you're trying to achieve in a different light. Instead of saying, I'm someone who's trying to write a book, think of yourself as a writer, and this will help you stay motivated. Fourth question, why can perfectionism prevent task completing? And I am guilty of this. It's a case of an all or nothing. And we shouldn't set such a high goal for ourselves. We are humans. We will sometimes not achieve perfectionism, but this is no reason to give up. How does finishing a task affect long term self trust? What a super question. Finally, finishing a task. Completion is not about achieving perfection, but about finishing a task. And each finished task builds psychological trust in yourself, confidence in yourself. I finished that task, therefore, I should be able to finish this task as well. So it builds confidence. Those are our 5 questions for today. We'd love to hear from you. Drop us a comment below the blog. Tell us what you're struggling with in English, and we look forward to trying to help you and make your English learning journey easier. Bye bye for now.